Monday morning here in our community. Our community is May 1st. And we are making this a series all of May, what we're calling getting back to ourselves. I hear a lot of people struggling, even myself, with motivation, energy, and just not feeling like themselves. They want to get back to the energy and the feeling they had and the excitement of doing things probably 3-4 years ago. So we are building that into our yoga practice. And then I'll be sharing over on Instagram and in our community where we can comment, where all of us can learn from each other in this series that I'm going to be bringing live to the rest of people outside of our community, that they can join us as well in this series and getting even these yoga classes pre-recorded via their email. But we're going to be sharing how we're doing this, not just on the mat, but maybe how they're eating, what programs are working for them, what practices are working for them, even maybe what products are working for them. And I invite everyone to share. Maybe it's getting out, reaching out to certain people, joining in and saying, hey, I'm after this healthy lifestyle. I'm after more learning how to redo things, maybe without alcohol, maybe without needing something, maybe just finding a new way of being that's healthier, that's more enticing to the body as we age as well. So I'm really excited to bring all of that. And I'm sure for those of watching in other areas outside of our community, there will be tons of links to get involved or learn more about this. Perfect. Let's get started on this Monday, May 1st. And so this is a series that we're going to be building upon. It's going to be shorter series, the morning classes in our community here, where we can just build up our energy again, building up our strength. So as we get seated, as we get started, bring all of our awareness here. Start to engage your alignment. Really want to focus on the alignment, letting energy flow properly. Beautiful, feeling the crown of the head lined up through the spine, lined up through the sit bones, our bellies engaged. Check where your chin is at. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. For one more breath. Beautiful. And then we're going to come seated when you're ready on our heels. If that's difficult on your knees, placing a bolster between your thighs and your calf will help with less drawing of the knees. So if you need to bring something between there, just so you're more upright, and you're not having such an angle on the knees. If you can, you seated on the heels, you seated on the heels. Breathe. Remember, we're still holding ourselves up. Everything's active, everything's aligned. We're not slumping onto those heels, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to bring the arms out, interlace the fingers, bring those arms out. Breathe. Beautiful. if you can, we're going to turn those palms to face out, extending the arms still. Beautiful. Turn them back in, palms facing you. Beautiful. And of course, we're bending the elbows when we do this. Turn the palms out. Extend the arms. Use the breath. Beautiful. Turn it in. Beautiful. We're going to turn those hands all the way up, extending the arms up, palms facing down. Breathe. Try not to bring those ears forward. Bring the arms to meet the ears. Beautiful. Turn the palms up and out. Turn them back in. Turn the palms up and out. Turn them back in. Turn them out. Turn them back in. One more time. Turn them out. Turn them back in. Beautiful. Bring down the arms all the way down by your side. Breathe. Feel that energy rising already. Beautiful. We're going to bring the right hand to the mat, the left coming over, side stretch. You can extend as much as you like, just don't bring up that sit bone. Beautiful. We're going to sweep it forward, forward folding, bring it all the way over to the other side. Beautiful. Sweep it forward, over to the right side. Use your breath. Move it to the other side. One more round over to the right. Over to the left. Beautiful. We're going to sweep it up. Back to center, both arms by the side. Breathe. Beautiful. This time we're getting the legs involved. We're going to come up to the knees. We're going to extend that left leg out to the side, right coming down. If you can't get all the way down, maybe you want something stable beside you, like a high chair, or maybe you want a block to, if you're down here, maybe you want a block. Meet yourself where you're at. Beautiful. Bring that left arm all the way over. Side stretch. Breathe. Beautiful. Coming up. And we're going to turn our hip to face that left leg. Make sure there's some bend in it. And then we're going to turn the toes out. Maybe you have to shift that back leg, and we're going to forward fold over that left leg. Beautiful. For one more breath. Coming all the way up. Turn that left foot to face forward again. Breathe. We're going to do that one more time. Bringing that right hand down to the block or to the mat. Left hand coming up and over. Breathe. Beautiful. Coming up. Using those side abdominals. And then turning the foot, facing the left side, forward fold over that leg. Beautiful. Coming up. Center. Bring that left leg in. Kind of be seated on the heels. Take a moment, notice the difference between the left and the right side. Beautiful. Let's go on the other side, coming up to the knees, extending that right leg out, dropping that left hand down, right coming up and over. Feel that wonderful stretch. Make sure you're not leaning forward. Everything's stacked. Breathe. Beautiful. Coming all the way up. Beautiful. And if you struggle with coming up, use the block to come up. Use the chair to come up. Maybe bring the hands to the hips to come up. See what you need. Maybe you need to come forward, then up. Beautiful. Turn to that right side, turning the leg. It's going to be a slight shift everywhere from the hips. The other leg, forward fold. Breathe. Beautiful. Coming up. Coming back to center. And then again, we're going to come over to that left side one more time. Bring that right hand up and over. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale up. Turn it towards the right side. Forward fold over that leg. Beautiful. Coming up. Bringing that right leg. Beautiful. And then we're going to turn to face the length of our mat if you're not already. Coming into tabletop. Beautiful. And then preparing for our first downward facing dog. Remember, there's all different levels. You can stay in your downward facing dog. Tucking the toes. Pushing back. You can stay here. You can bring up the knees. You can push back with the knees lifted. You can lengthen the legs, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Looking forward, hopping or stepping forward. Forward fold. Slight bend in the knee. Roll it up, mountain pose. Palms face forward, shoulders back. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale, tall mountain. Forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Making that back parallel to the floor. Beautiful. We're just going to step that left foot back, coming into a low lunge. Beautiful. We're going to come up to warrior two. So you're going to turn that back heel, ground that heel, coming all the way up. Bring those arms up and open. Warrior two. Beautiful. We're going to straighten that front leg. Don't lock the knee. There's a little bit of give still, but we're going to Make it look quite straight. We're going to hinge forward like we're grabbing a rope. And then we're going to come down, triangle. You can look up, center, or down. Beautiful. You come up to warrior two, bending that front knee. Beautiful. Hands to hips. Turn the feet forward to the side of the mat. I guess turn them to the side. Beautiful. Breathe. Forward fold here. A little bit of knee bend there. Allow the hands to come to the mat. Walk the hands through the legs behind you so that you get deeper into that forward fold. Beautiful. Walk the hands back out. Hands to the hips, coming up. Beautiful. Turn to the back of the mat so the left foot is forward. Beautiful. Turn that back heel out. Bend the front knee. Open up the arm to warrior two. Beautiful. Hands to the hips. Just so we can straighten that front leg. Remember not to lock it. Then extend the arms back out. Hinge from the hips. Grab that imaginary rope. And then come down. Triangle. Breathe. Beautiful. Coming up, warrior two. Bend that front knee. Hands to the hips. Turn the feet to center or to the side of the mat. Beautiful. Start to heel toe them in a little bit more. We're going to come into your yogi squat. So turning those feet out. You know how far you need your legs for your yogi squat. You can bring something there to squat two. We're wanting to keep the chest up. So only do as far as you can still keep the chest up. Or if you need a block or bolster underneath you, add a little support. Or sometimes just knowing we have something there gives us a little bit of more mind relief when we're lowering down into our squat. Breathe. For one more breath. Beautiful. Bring the hands to the mat. Lift the hips forward, fold. Beautiful. And then we're going to get down to the ground, bringing one knee to the ground, bringing the other knee to the ground. Come into a seated position. Crisscross applesauce. Seated position. Hands in the front of the knees. If you can't cross the legs, one in front of the other is just fine. If you need a little elevation, grab your bolster, your pillow, bring it underneath you. My voice just cracked there. Bring that elevation if you need it. And come up nice and tall. Again, check on your alignment, your ears, your chin. Shoulder to hip. Beautiful. And then we're going to do some seated cat-cows, bringing the chin in, rounding the back. Involve the shoulders, bring the chin forward with that breath. Bring the chest forward, lift the chin. Beautiful. Keep moving, even hinging forwards and back on the sit bones. Bringing in the belly. Use your breath to pace you. You can give yourself a breath or two in between. Or maybe you're feeling a little more speedy. And you can bring it with every breath, every inhale, every exhale, moving. For 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Coming up, back to standing. Let's give it a twist over to the right side. Left is going to cross over. Right's going to come behind. Beautiful. Coming back to center. I'm going over to the other side. Coming back to center. Beautiful. We're just going to give our arms one eagle pose. Little opening through the shoulders, shoulder blades to start our day. Open up through the heart. So let's give ourselves a world hug. Open up the arms. Bringing the left one forward, right coming underneath. Remember, you can keep it just at the elbow bind. Hands, back of hands facing each other. Or you can give it the second bind within the hands. Breathe. For one more breath. Beautiful. Release the arms all the way down by your side. Let sensations level out again. Balance out. Beautiful. World hug. Right arm coming forward. The left coming underneath. First or second bind. Breathe. Still try to look at the alignment with the ears, the shoulders, and the hips. The chin. Beautiful. Release, release the arms. Bring the hands to the lap. Let everything balance out. Beautiful. If you're finding it's a little hard to sit here, and this is where we're leaving today, doing a little breath work, a little bit of seated meditation. You can bring something underneath you if you're finding it difficult to be seated, cross-legged on the floor. Bringing some elevation will help circulation, will help you keep better alignment. Beautiful. Bringing one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Just as we need to build our practice, to find our focus again, to find our motivation again, to find our light and what sparks us. If you're feeling unmotivated, unenergy, sometimes you can feel very cloudy. It's very hard to focus in these silent moments. So this is why we're building this. We're going to be seated. So we can feel the ground below us, but not completely relaxed as we do laying down, so that our mind doesn't wander as much. Our mind is focused on keeping us upright. Muscles are still engaged. We're still finding that relaxation, dropping the shoulders, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the eyes. Focused on the breath, feeling the rise and fall of the chest and the belly, pushing against our hands. Try to extend the breath, holding after the exhale, pushing all that air out, emptying the belly, and then holding. Noticing we can do hard things. We can overcome. When the body asks you for a next inhale, give it that energy, give it that breath. Repeat the process. In this month, building our clarity, finding our focus, finding what sparks us. What moments do we live for? What moments just light you up? You find your smile, you find your laughter. Focus on your breath. For 3 more breaths. When you're ready, bring your hands to your lap. I invite you to keep your eyes closed gently until the very final namaste. We're going to inhale the arms up, bringing them in through center, connecting the mind down to the heart, down to the belly. The belly, our intuition, is where we'll find our fire. And our literal sense, finding our metabolism, igniting that metabolism, the fire within the body, can also help us find that fire within us, that energy. And then finding those moments that light us up will also help us in our energy. So let's rub our hands together right in front of the belly, creating the heat within our body. And then bringing those hands up over the eyes, feeling that heat resonate from the hands, that energy, that vibration. And as we lower the hands to bring them to the heart center, slowly opening our eyes, adjusting to the light, adjusting to our surroundings. Namaste. Beautiful. I'm so excited to build this practice with you and for all of us to find our fire again, to find our energy, to find what makes us lit up every single day. Bye, everybody.